This is a design quarterback run, and Granger will gallop ahead and move the chains. We talked about his running ability. He was just a better runner than Quad Brown, and that's why he won the job last year and took over and led him to 8 wins and a bowl win.
And Sean Elliott basically told us it was also his leadership abilities, right? The team seemed to kind of gravitate toward Darren Granger. He's done a good job.
Play fake. Granger taking a deep shot, has a man out there, and it's incomplete.
Wow.
Knocked down by Tony Grimes at the last moment. How about that defensive play by the junior corner?
It was a perfect throw, a perfect route. Tony Grimes just made a big-time NFL caliber play. It don't get any harder than that. That ball might have bounced out. Let's see. Oh, that ball did bounce out of his hand. He should have had that.
That's Robert Lewis.
It was still a good job of Grimes being there, affecting that throw.
And now Granger will get a handful, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Robert Lewis moved to the outside this year to take advantage of his speed. He was a slot receiver and had been playing well. Should have caught that.
Should have caught that one. Big 3rd down here. Jamari Thrash has been his go-to guy here at the bottom of the screen. He's got off coverage on Storm Duck. Now, App State went after Storm Duck, in my opinion, last week. We'll see what happens here.
Granger going down. That's a North Carolina sack. Noah Taylor, the transfer from Virginia, gets in there to make the big play.
And Clay, that was a statement made right there by North Carolina's defense. 4-man rush, just bull rush. Pull him right back into the pocket of the quarterback. Physical, nothing fancy about that. That's what this defense needs. Step up and make a play, stop the bleeding.
Noah Taylor and Kamen Rucker combining on that sack. Those were the 2 guys who made the big stop on that 2-point conversion attempt that won the game last week in Boone.
Yes, yeah, Noah Taylor, exceptional play there, won the game, really stepped up there as well.
Georgia State had a couple of punts blocked last week. They're able to get that one away off the foot of Michael Hayes, and it's going to bounce inside the 20-yard line. So just over 2 minutes to go. 21-10 North Carolina. Let's go to the studio and an update with Kevin.
Yeah, and Clay, coming up on the Geico halftime report, we'll check in on that colossal matchup in Austin right now. #1 Alabama and Texas. The Horns dealing with a major injury. Plus, injuries for Ohio State at wide receiver. How the son of a Hall of Famer is having a bit of a coming out party. And Sam Acho will be here to preview the Kentucky-Florida matchup. All coming up when you join us, Clay, at the half.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much. North Carolina going back to work here on offense. 3 touchdown drives so far here in the first half. Drake May throws, and that's complete to Gavin Blackwell. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for the Heels.
Drake May made a beauty of a 2-minute drive last week against App State. 7 plays, finish it off with a touchdown. See if he can do it again.
Send 3 receivers to the near side, and that's where they're going to throw it to DJ Jones. But a great read by Quavian White. The senior corner read that perfectly. And now we're going to get a timeout called by North Carolina. That's a loss of 4.
That's a drive killer right there. Quavian White sniffed that thing out.
So Drake May now 12 of 14, 172 yards, couple of touchdowns. But you get the feeling that, you know, if Georgia State can make a stop here on this series and get the ball back, you know, this is anybody's game going into halftime potentially. And as well as Drake May has played, this again could come down to North Carolina's defense later.
Right, absolutely. You know, kind of let them back in this thing. It was a good job of them shutting the door on their last defensive series. But now here we are again. Need Drake May to keep us back on top. I think if you're Sean Elliott, Georgia State's coach, he said, look, if we go into halftime against North Carolina down 11 points, I'll take it. But this young man right here, he can do a lot in 1:44.
May backpedaling, and he'll throw it incomplete. Boy, he was getting heated up. Jordan Venzial on the blitz from his inside linebacker position, and Georgia State's looking for grounding. Sean Elliott Panthers head coach very emotional on the sideline. He wants a flag.
And I think they have a case to be made. There wasn't anybody in the vicinity. Jordan Denziel came absolutely scot-free. And that's up to the quarterback there. He's got to pick up that rusher, right, with the throw, but there's nobody out there. North Carolina got lucky.
They need the 41-yard line to convert here on 3rd down, and now we're going to get a penalty flag. False start. Left guard Ed Monolus jumping. That's the 2nd penalty against North Carolina in this game. They had 5 offensive penalties last week, a total of 12 in the game. A lot of those happened on the defensive side of the ball and led to them almost losing that game. They have been better with that too here in the first half so far.
They have, but they're not going to bring pressure here. Just going to rush 3. That's going to give Drake May a lot of time.
He's going to go short on the screen to DJ Jones. He's got some room, but not enough to get the first down, and it'll be 4th down and 2 as Quavian White makes the tackle, and we got a timeout call. So the Panthers using their 2nd timeout. You saw Mac Brown go for it on 4th down earlier in the first half, and they converted. It led to Carolina's first touchdown. Would they think about that here?
I don't know if it. Here's the deal. They get the ball back. Georgia State gets the ball back in the 2nd half, right? So I think right now, even if you just go in the locker room down 11, that's a win. But, yeah, if you can get something going here, I certainly, if you're North Carolina, no, I'm not going for it on 4th down.
There's Mac Brown. Recently turned 71 years young. 33rd year as a head coach, 14th at North Carolina. And Drake May, who has been, so good, especially on 3rd and 4th down in this game, is walking the offense out here on 4th and 2.
Well, this is showing confidence in your young quarterback, right? Get Kobe Paysor, number 2 receiver, to the top of the screen. He's been the go-to guy.
May in trouble, and he's going to be sacked at the 30. John Trey Hunter gets it back for Georgia State as they take over on downs.
They didn't bring any pressure, just brought 4, but brought Hunter off the outside. And that was right to where May was rolling, and just an excellent job there by Hunter of finding a way to get him down to the ground. That's not an easy task. We've talked about the size of May, 6'4", 220. He's found a lot of times getting out of those tackles. Hunter brings him down.
Able to keep Drake May in the pocket, such a big key for this Georgia State defense today.
That's right. Yeah, they talked about it. Everyone talks about how great he is in the pocket, which he is, but can't let him get outside. Here's an opportunity for Georgia State.
Granger will keep it on the ground for a couple. We'll see what they do offensively here. Their bread and butter is running the football. Time is running out. They've got 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, Georgia State still has 1 timeout here. Let's get this going here.
Granger flares it out. Thrash. Gonna get maybe a yard. Power Eccles, the middle linebacker, is able to bring him down.
I'm not saying you want to be conservative here, but you definitely don't want negative plays and putting the ball into harm's way here. If you got to kick that field goal, go into halftime feeling pretty good about yourself.
So Georgia State will spend its final timeout. Down 11 with 55 seconds to go. Well, our featured ESPN Plus college football games for tonight. Pretty good list. West Virginia hosting Kansas in Morgantown at 6. Central Arkansas, number 22 Ole Miss, and Kent State and 7th-ranked Oklahoma at 7 o'clock Eastern. To get ESPN Plus, go to ESPNplus.com. Those are all exclusively on ESPN Plus. Brent Venables out to a 1-0 start at Oklahoma.
Here we are, 3rd and 5. I think I'd like to see him get the running back, Jamias Williams, involved in this play. One of your best players, but also maybe an option for Darren Granger to keep it if he doesn't like what he sees.
First Power 5 opponent to come in.
And no Jamias Williams out here.
3rd down and 5. Granger from an empty backfield, hit and spun down. It's 4th down. Kamen Rucker, number 25, the defensive end, another big play. And now North Carolina quickly calling timeout.
And Montavious Cunningham, the right tackle, he wants to work to the outside. He's got to get a little bit more of a piece on Ritzy there, and not able to do it.
Actually, North Carolina did not call for a timeout. Clock is running as they're going to bring out Michael Hayes. Hayes setting up, and it's blocked. North Carolina getting a hand on it. And Miles Murphy will save 3 points for North Carolina. Boy, special teams so big the last couple of weeks for Georgia State. They had a couple of punts blocked last week. They have a field goal blocked here this week.
Just an absolute gut punch. They have another blunder on special teams, and it was Miles Murphy right up the gut. Got a surge, kicks a little low. Was able to get a hand on it.
Well, Georgia State was in that game with South Carolina last week. Probably would have won it if it weren't for the 2 block punts that turned into touchdowns.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's one thing to block the punt. It's another to run it back twice. Very much in this football game late. But in special teams, every coach talks about it. It's a third of the game, and a lot of that's lip service. But right now, it's really been a huge Achilles heel for Georgia State.
It's going to be a missed opportunity if Georgia State stays in this game, doesn't win it. You know, a chance to get some points right before half.
Right.
With that said, they're still in this game down 11.
Still in the game, but yeah, you get 3 there. You come out of the halftime with the football.
There's Miles Murphy, the other Miles Murphy in the ACC. Clemson has a pretty good D tackle too by that name. So North Carolina 21, Georgia State 10 at the half. We're going to go to the studio now. Kevin and Sam for the halftime report.
Welcome to the Geico Halftime Report.
Indeed, Clay, thanks so much. Let's get you started with the game of the day. Number 1, Alabama in Austin to take on Texas. Late first quarter, Sam. Jace McClellan gone.
Huge run from Jace McClellan. He's from Aledo, Texas. He's got track speed, ran track in college, in high school. You can see it in college.
81-yard touchdown run, made it 10-3 Alabama. Quinn Ewers dropping a dime here to Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, great pass to Xavier Worthy. He actually missed a couple early. Xavier Worthy was a freshman last year, dominant. He's picking up where he left off.
Inside the red zone, but Sam, the next play, Ewers back to pass, hit here hard, goes down, looked like a shoulder.
We don't know what the injury is yet. Quinn Ewers would go out after this play. Huge hit by Dallas Turner, the phenomenal young defensive stud from Alabama. But a backup, Hudson Card, would have to go in after this.
Bijan Robinson punched it in with a short touchdown run. After that, tied 10-10 at the half. Arkansas State, Ohio State. Jackson Smith and Jigba out with a hamstring injury. Strong genes here. It's Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, great play by Marvin Harrison Jr., but that's the thing. If Smith and Jigba's gone, Wilson and Olave from last year gone, someone had to step up.
And you know what? C.J. Stroud is stepping up as well. Look at that throw.
C.J. Stroud, he's one of the Heisman favorites for this exact reason.
45-yard pickup there. And oh, by the way, when they don't do it through the air, on the ground, it's Travion Henderson.
And that's the one superstar. He set a freshman record for rushing touchdowns last year at Ohio State. He's picking up where he left off.
17-9, Buckeyes in a tighter one than expected. And again, they go back to the well with Harrison Jr.
He has to be the main target for this offense with other offensive weapons down.
He certainly is playing like that today. And inside the horseshoe after the win over to Notre Dame a week ago, 24-9, Buckeyes leading. Geico halftime report. Sam Acho, Kevin Connors here. As for the Alabama-Texas game, look, it's a high-powered Alabama offense. They've got the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. And yet, if not for that 81-yard touchdown run by McClellan, they've been held in check. How has Texas done it? Well,
the defense has been outstanding outside of that one play by Jason McClellan. So Gary Patterson, former TCU coach, has been hired as a special assistant to the head coach. And so he actually all week, even before this week, was game planning for the Alabama offense. Bryce Young, the Heisman Trophy winner, has been held to 78 total passing yards. The offense for Alabama, 6 first-half first downs. So that's a big deal. Another big deal in this game, 11 penalties for the Alabama offense. That's the most in a half in the Nick Saban era.
And we haven't heard a ton from Will Anderson in this game as well. A lot of folks in Austin right now. Hook 'em, right? Tied at 10. They are at the half. Meantime, the injury to Quinn Ewers, a big story here. But again, this big touchdown run by McClellan, what broke down there defensively?
So there was a young defensive end who didn't set the edge. Alabama tried to run this play earlier, and they had a guy named, Texas had a defender named Moro Ojimo set the edge. Well, this time, Barron Sorrell, young outstanding player, didn't set the edge.
As for the hit on Ewers, you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with the hit. I'm okay with this hit. This hasn't been outlawed in college. We see that a hit like this is outlawed in the NFL. It's a physical football game. I'm okay with that hit.
And again, Bryce Young just 78 yards passing on 9 of 14 through the air. 10-10 game in Austin between #1 Alabama and the Texas Longhorns. Elsewhere in college football, Razorbacks off the hard-fought win over Cincinnati in Week 1. Taking on South Carolina today. How about Raheem Sanders bulldozing his way in?
And it's the patience that you see from Raheem Sanders. I mean, Arkansas has 135 rushing yards. And it's because of runs like these.
Sanders untouched on this one, 11 yards out. Razorbacks led 14-3, but South Carolina having to deal with not only Raheem Sanders, but Rashad Dabinian as well.
And there's a few different backs in this table for Arkansas. All of them are making plays.
Marshawn Lloyd keeping the Gamecocks in this one on the ground, takes it in. But so far, it's been mostly Arkansas, 21-9 over on ESPN. They are at the half. Wake Forest welcomes Sam Hartman back from the blood clot, taking on Vanderbilt today. This is Mike Wright, pressured, tipped, and returned by Kobe Davis.
And pressure always causes interceptions, right? Tips and overthrows, you say you got to get those. Kobe Davis, good play.
Takes it back, 31-yard, pick six right there to put the Demon Deacons in front after they were trailing 3-0. Sam Hartman, a big story, but he's got a touchdown machine in A.T. Perry.
And people talk about this claw fence, right? The offense here, that long zone read to allow A.T. Perry to get behind the defense. Outstanding.
68-yard touchdown, start of the second quarter. Here's Hartman to Christian Turner from just 2 yards out, 21-10. Wake in front in Nashville over on the SEC Network. When we come back, Miami facing the son of a former legend, plus NC State off the Houdini Act against East Carolina, and Happy Valley. Very much so a happy place so far through 30 minutes of football.
This halftime report is presented by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
It's true. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 with the Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Really? Even if my old phone looks like this? Dude, why?
How could you? It's okay, people. I've trained for this.
It's not complicated. New and existing customers get a free Galaxy Z Flip 4 with the Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melty stuff, Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant. Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meat.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Oopsies. You go.
No, you go.
Oh.
Go for the handful.
At Duracell, we're obsessed with bringing a better battery to life. New Duracell with Power Boost ingredients helps this mobile spin longer. And the longer this mobile spins, the longer you have to snag a power nap.
Football, beer, wings. Yes. Boneless wings on pizza. TVs, overtime, wings on pizza. Sauce, friends, wings on pizza. Wings, pizza, pizza, wings, wings, beer, and now pizza! B-Dubs is the only place for football.
If you know, you know.
Crispy corners, sauce on top. If you know, you know.
Detroit style is back at Pizza Hut, just $12.99. You are trouble. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
I am a business hotel. I eat, sleep, and breathe efficiency. I'm looking for someone who appreciates high ROIs and even higher RPMs. I would be honored to be your perfect somewhere.
Whatever you do, don't drop it. 5, 4, 3, 2. What's that?
Some men and women freak out when they first notice signs of hair loss. Some say, no big deal, I don't look much different. Either way, hair loss does sneak up on you. And if you do nothing, chances are you'll soon see your hair getting thinner and thinner and thinner, all while a range of great options are available to you right now.
Before you lose any more hair, grab your phone and scan this QR code. Because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can stop your hair loss and give you your real hair back permanently. We're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans the code now.
But remember, the sooner you get started, the sooner your results of great-looking hair.
For a free information kit and gift card for $250 off, scan the code. Don't wait. Scan the code now. Get the permanent solution to hair loss. Protected by the Bosley Guarantee.
Welcome back to the Geico Halftime Report.
With Sam Acho, Kevin Connors in studio, Miami Southern Miss. What do you like about Tyler Van Dyke?
He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in all of college football. Last year when he was in the starting spot, he was one of the best QBs also.
Led to a field goal after the completion to Brashard Smith. This is Zach Wilkie to Jason Brownlee. How about Southern Miss, a 7-3 lead? Is Miami headed in the right direction?
They are. They have a great coaching staff, but they also know they have to rebuild a lot on defense. See here, right here, Tyler Van Dyke interception, 12 for 19, 140-something yards, but also an interception.
10-7 game over on the ACC network. Meantime, NC State escaping East Carolina last week, taking on Charleston Southern, looking good behind Devin Leary. Devin Leary taking all the hits and getting in the end zone. That's a big physical run by Devin Leary. Could be a fun ride for the Wolfpack here. They're up 24-0. Penn State in front of 100,000 plus taking on Ohio. Nick Singleton, 70 yards. Yeah, Nick Singleton. That kind of play, most running backs get out of bounds. Nick Singleton turns his body, avoids the defender, and finds the end zone. 14-0 Nittany Lions. That D was inhaling the Bobcats. Curtis Rourke in his own end zone. Uh-oh. Huge play. That's a safety. Manny Diaz, new defensive coordinator. Brent Pryce no longer in Penn State, but Manny Diaz, aggressive attacking defense. We saw what it caused right there. Sean Clifford had a solid opener here, hooking up with Mitchell Tinsley. Yeah, great route by Tinsley, great pass by Clifford. Mind you, remember he came back from the injury last week to bring Penn State the win. Nittany Lions up big over on ABC.
Buying a home? Then you've got a lot on your mind. Now, rising rates? Phew, it's a lot. But with Rocket, you have an advantage. You can lock your rate for 90 days while you search for a home. If rates rise, yours is safe. But if they fall within 3 years of buying, you can refinance to a new, lower rate with exclusive savings. We'll help you lock it and drop it so you can buy today. That's the Rocket Advantage. Lock your rate today. Call 8336-ROCKET or visit therocketadvantage.com.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause status.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy.
Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters, and I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about Everyday Verzenio.
T-Mobile has 5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yep. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently, with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here? Not yet. But down here, you're covered with a year of AAA roadside assistance on us. On the ground, in the air, or overseas, T-Mobile has coverage beyond the expected.
Nothing beats a Jolly Witch.
A mouth-watering ham and cheese sandwich.
Plus, our parents just grabbed them from the freezer and they thought of perfection.
Are we on there?
That was our snack time segment.
Good save.
Deli Witch from
Hot Pockets.
Awesomely Portable.
Stealth mode?
Yeah.
Shh. Don't PTA meetings end at 9?
Oh, got lost.
Wait.
The Lexus RX, built for modern families.
Do you think they need to bring them to us on like a fancy tray, like the...
I think like a platter?
We need a maitre d'.
Yes, Joffrey, I'll take another, please. Sonic Chop House Cheeseburger. Heavy on the Chop House, please. An aioli.
Really?
Really?
Free testing and charging? And if you need a new one, we've got you.
Really?
Welcome to America's #1 battery destination. AutoZone, your battery solution.
Whatever you do, don't drop it. 5, 4, 3, 2. What's that?
This halftime report is presented by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
These hips don't lie. I'm like Shakira. Loved me constantly spanking him. Shocking that a helmet doesn't fit you.
Go right back to the run.
Yes.
That's down.
Call.
What a game! What a game!
Hey, Monday Night Football is back. Russell Wilson will be back in Seattle. The Manning brothers are back. Peyton and Eli, ESPN2, Monday, 8 Eastern. Meantime, what to watch for tonight. In the Swamp, top 25 battle, Kentucky and Florida. Wildcats are expected to be without their star back, Chris Rodriguez. Anthony Richardson and company coming off the huge win over Utah a week ago, game 2 in year 1 of the Billy Napier era. Anthony Richardson, one of the most unique players in college football. Acho, why is that?
Well, it's his size. He's 6'4", over 230, 40 pounds. They say he's like Cam Newton, but a better passer. Last week in the big win against Utah, 168 passing yards, 94 passer rating. But also he had 106 rushing yards as well. So you have to be able to stop him not only through the air, but also on the ground.
A dual threat quarterback for the Florida Gators, and that'll be a good one in one of the best environments in college football, 7 Eastern on ESPN. Fun 30 minutes of football in Atlanta, North Carolina. The offense is showing up. The defense, too. 21-10 halftime lead. This has been the Geico Halftime Report.
Wow,
we're on Verizon now.
Because of their new plan, One Unlimited for iPhone. It comes with Apple One. That's Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and iCloud Plus.
All included on the network you want to be on.
Exactly. We could be up here all weekend listening to The Weekend.
While flinging Angry Birds.
Not you. You're lovely. Are you napping?
No, I'm watching my favorite show, starring me.
Get your Apple favorites all in one plan. Introducing One Unlimited for iPhone. And now get iPhone 14 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. To all of my fellow non-breakfast people, this chicken biscuit is something different. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hi, I'm Gary, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is that it's unexpected. I'm a big biscuit guy, but chicken for breakfast is delicious. You can taste all of the flavors just all at once. Once you try it, there's no turning back.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. Let's fly away.
Discover sound that can truly move you in the 2022 Grand Wagoneer, awarded Best Driver Appeal by J.D. Power.
Get 0% financing for 72 months on the all-new Wagoneer Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3. Go to Wagoneer.com to find a Wagoneer dealer near you.
With Solo Stove Pie, pizza nights look a little different. Watch your crispy creations cook to perfection with Pie's panoramic opening. With dual fuel, you can customize your flavor profile with your choice of wood or gas and be ready to eat in just a few minutes. So you can make the most out of the time you spend together and create new traditions in your own backyard. Fire up your pizza night with $10 off using promo code PIZZA10 at solostove.com.
It begins with the flicker of an idea. And when that idea happens, in a place made for creative, collaborative thinkers, that idea can transform you.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Go to inventhelp.com now and get free information on how to get started today. InventHelp provides invention services that help everyday inventors get started with their idea. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. Our services include professional materials needed to showcase your invention, and 3D animation and prototype modeling that help you demonstrate your idea. Get down to the details of your idea with a technical drawing. The InventHelp Databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Take advantage of the opportunity to get started today. Go to inventhelp.com for free information.
Back in Atlanta, you're watching the All-State Saturday Kickoff. North Carolina 2-0 on the year, on the road for the second straight week against a Group of 5 team and in another close game, leading 21-10 at the half. Alongside Rocky Boyman, I'm Clay Matvick. Don Davenport down on the field. Tar Heels, they've allowed Georgia State to hang around in this ballgame. They had a 21-3 lead at one point.
Similar to last week, right?
Yeah.
They're getting ready to blow that team out in App State, let them hang around, came down to a great play at the end of the fourth quarter. Same thing here. The question is, does Georgia State have the offense to take advantage? They're going to get the ball here to start the second half, but there's no question that North Carolina's quarterback, Drake May, has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, today, what he's done, especially on third down, has been great. And I think we're really starting to see one of the next great quarterbacks early in his career.
Couple of touchdown passes in that first half. One of 55 yards, another one of 28 yards. And the Panthers will have it at the 25-yard line to start their first series here the second half. Meanwhile, Darren Granger, 8 for 13, 54 yards and a touchdown in the first half. Let's go down to Don.
mistakes, and this is an even closer ball game. That's what head coach Sean Elliott told his guy in the locker room. He said, clean it up. Let's see what kind of second half that we will see. He also said, we're going to run a little more tempo offensively this half if we can. He said Darren Granger has got to hit some throws, but he said he's in a great mindset coming out of the half, so they feel good about where they are offensively. Meanwhile, you know, Ced Gray told me for this Carolina defense, they wanted this to be a statement game. Well, I will tell you, Mac Brown was proud of his defense at the half, thought they were playing well.
Yeah, and Don, I think especially the last couple of series, Darren Granger got into this game, got into the flow, got some confidence where he did not have that earlier. So I agree with the decision here. Let's go tempo. Don't give yourself time to think about too many things. Let's get up to the line and go.
After a 3-yard Jamias Williams run, Granger is complete on his first throw of the half. It's Jamari Thrash taken down to the turf. I think they're going to rule him down at the 45-yard line. Well, they got it in the hands of their speedster, Jamari Thrash, and it's a big gain out to the 45. Kelly says, you know, we've got it. And then he's fallen on deaf ears. That's going to be a play of 17.
RPO, Clay, run pass option. They fake the run. Linebackers come up, hit the pass.
Now Williams again. Maybe the best of their 3 running backs right now. If they can get him in a rhythm, that really is going to bode well for Georgia State, you would think.
Yeah, feed number 21. Good between the tackles, also some breakaway speed.
Averaging 7 yards per carry so far today. Granger in trouble, pushed to the outside. That's going to be maybe a loss on the play. Ray Vohasek, the nose tackle, got him to the sideline. So 3rd down here for Georgia State. Only 2 conversions so far today, 2 of 8.
Interesting formation into the boundary here.
Low snap. Granger off his back foot, has a man wide open at the 25. It's Robert Lewis. Streaking toward the end zone, touchdown. Georgia State. Robert Lewis had a drop in the first half, redeems himself here. It's a 49-yard touchdown grab.
Well, Clay, I said it in the first half. At some point, this Georgia State offense has got to threaten this defense deep. They missed on one toward the end of the first half, but this is an absolute beauty. Let's that ball get under, wide receiver get underneath it, and then the run after the catch. And here we go. Georgia State offense finding some momentum.
Had a touchdown last week, another one this week for Robert Lewis, as Michael Hayes hits the extra point to pull Georgia State within 4.
Darren Granger taking some momentum out of that first half there, starting things off with a big pass. Georgia State in this one.
I swear, I got the sauce. 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 I got the sauce.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner.
We got this, babe.
That means that your dreams are ours, too. And our financial planning tools can help you reach them. That's the value of ownership.
2 Sonic Trap House cheeseburgers coming up.
Adding the crispy onions.
Spreading the Trap House aioli.
Sonic Chop House cheeseburger, ready for pickup.
Do you want some more?
Wait till you see me on the downhill.
See you at home.
Enjoy it with the advanced safety features of a Lexus ES.
Really? Really? Free testing and charging?
And if you need a new one, we've got you.
Really?
Welcome to America's #1 battery destination. AutoZone, your battery solution.
I told you, I'm betting us. Have you seen that defense? All right, bye. Hey, I'm just trying to buy these.
I think you may need one of these, too.
Really? No, I'm just messing with you. That was good. Weekend. Enjoy the game.
It's the all-new
Subway Series menu. 12 irresistible new subs. Like number 11, Subway Club. Powered with turkey, ham, and roast beef. This sub isn't slowing down anytime soon.
I'll give it a run for its money.
My money's on the sub. It's Subway's biggest refresh yet.
Ready to change the world?
I got this, right?
Totally.
This is the way.
Brown was really frustrated after the game at App State last week. The number of explosive plays his defense allowed. Well, they just gave up another one for a touchdown, a 49-yard hookup for Georgia State.
Yeah, and same deal, right? It looks like the North Carolina's going to run away with the game, and I don't know, does the defense take its foot off the gas a little bit? I choose to give a lot of credit to Georgia State's offense, though. That was by far their best drive of the season, right? Ran the ball well. I think the tempo really helped them, and they finally got a big play in the pass game.
5 plays, 75 yards in a minute 33 coming out of halftime. As Michael Hayes kicks off. And the Tar Heels will start at the 25-yard line. We're going to send it to the studio and Kevin Connors and say goodbye to our ESPN2 audience.
Indeed, Clay, although you can catch the remainder of the North Carolina-Georgia State game over on ESPNU. For now, the thunderstorms have subsided in Manhattan, Kansas, and we're going to take you back to that game. Deuce Vaughn, Adrian Martinez touchdown runs, K-State in front. With Kirk Morrison, here's Beth Mowens.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Well, about an hour or so, the time of the delay here before we get set to get things rolling again. 7:44 to go in the first half and a 14-3 lead for K-State over Missouri. And we welcome you back to Manhattan. The rain subsiding, so we're going to try and give this a go. Beth Mowens along with Kirk Morrison and Stormy Bonatoni. She'll have an update for us in just a second. But so far, it's been all K-State offensively, led by Deuce Vaughn and Adrian Martinez.
Well, they wanted to establish Deuce Vaughn early on, and that's exactly what this Wildcat offense was able to do. They have the better offensive line, and they proved it early in the first half. Getting blockers in front and the patience of Deuce Vaughn, being able to find the crease, find the opening, get to the outside, get to the inside, but more importantly, smelling the end zone like he's done throughout his career at Kansas State. But on the other side, when you're thinking about the quarterback, Adrian Martinez, last week people said, hey, he only had 53 yards throwing throughout the game. Well, he's already surpassed that in the first half. 61 yards through the air. But then it's what he does best. That's utilize his legs, getting to the outside, finding the end zone. It's been the Martinez and Vaughn show in the first half.
All right, we will get back down to the field now. It's Missouri football on a 3rd down and 13. Their offense has struggled to get anything going against this K-State defense, and they will have to bring the punting unit on. Felix Onyedike-Uzama makes the play on Brady Cook.
And so how do you get back up for this game, right? You've been in the locker room for a while, Beth. You've been sort of just relaxing. Now you got to get the energy back up. Right now, all the momentum is on the Kansas State side. How does Missouri get going in this restart of the first half?
We have been told, by the way, that they have decided not to just play through. So we are expecting that they will take a full halftime at the conclusion of this second quarter, even though they've been undercover for a good hour or so. Brooks breaks a tackle, looking for the sideline, and he's got it. Phillip Brooks looking for his 3rd career punt return touchdown, and he's got it. What a way to restart it for the Wildcats. 75-yard touchdown return.
There's 2 things that a returner has to always do. Number 1, make the first guy miss. Check. And then find the wall. Check. That's what Phillip Brooks does. Makes the first guy miss. He finds the wall. Return left. And then it just turns into a track meet. And not a lot of people in college football can stop Phillip Brooks racing to the end zone.
And the extra point, no good. I believe it was Isaiah McGuire who got a hand on it for Missouri. So it will remain 20-3, and they're going to tack on an extra yard on that return for Phillip Brooks. Officially 76 yards on the restart for K-State.
Well, I just talked about momentum, and it was already on the Kansas State side to start again the restart of this first half. And then the punt, return for a touchdown. Missouri on the other side, they got to figure it out. Here again, the block, extra point. The operation not there. I know Coach Kleiman's not happy about that one. But this was an area of concern for Missouri coming into this game. You talked about Adrian Martinez already. You talked about Deuce Vaughn, but it was the special teams that they really were worried about. And they punted it to Phillip Brooks and already making an impact.
Well, Kansas State may want to reconsider stopping for halftime and just play through.
They better do something.
They have had all the momentum here in the first half. Chris Abrams-Drain awaits the kickoff. This one's returnable from just inside the 10. And he will get out across the 15, and that's it. Good coverage for K-State and Seth Porter. And let's check in with Stormy Bonatoni.
Well, just logistically, guys, before the team came back out here onto the field, they were all stuck in the locker rooms, laid down, just like Kirk was saying. How do you get the energy back up? Well, during the 10-minute warm-up, a lot of these guys, hands on chest, pumping each other up, but nothing will do it quite as good as a special teams play like that. And if you're looking for any energy, look no further than the K-State student section, who stayed out here in the stands the entire time that we were in the delay, doing chants, hyping everybody up. As far as the field of play goes, yes, it is a little bit slick, but in talking to the stadium operations folks, the drainage here is fantastic. The field should be great.
Yeah, that K-State student section was my entertainment during a delay.
On a 1st and 10, and yet again, the K-State defense, I think that's the 5th negative yardage play for that defense here in the first half.
Yeah, Robert Hintz II. Nice job. He beats the interior of that offensive line and gets right to the running back. Watch number 15 right in the middle. He just sneaks through, looking real slim there, right? For a 6'2", 282-pound senior, gets skinny, makes a play.
They have been dominant in the trenches. Just 44 yards of total offense for the Tigers here this afternoon. Cook will keep checking downfield, nowhere to go. And he'll drop it off to Pete, who spins his way out across the 20.
I'm still scratching my head so far because you've got a 5-star recruit in Luther Burden, and you haven't given him the football in an easy way, whether it's an end around, a handoff. Right now, Kansas State doing a good job of keeping Luther Burden bottled up as an outside receiver. I got to figure out, if I'm Eli Drinkowitz, getting him an early touch, get this offense sort of upstart.
He's only got 1 touch, and that was a dropped target so far in this first half. Here's 3rd and 7. And both sides pointing at each other. Nate Matlack and Zeke Powell. You did it. No, you did it.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Matlack on that one.
Offside defense, number 97, in the neutral zone, causing the offensive player to react. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So now a 3rd down and 2 from the 25.
Luther Burden in the slot.
They'll run for it, and they will get it. Nathaniel Pete with the carry. And their 4th first down of the ball game. That's it. Harrison Mevis, a 49-yard field goal on their first possession, their lone scoring drive today. Cook flushed, and down he goes. Robert Hintz with the sack. And Felix, I think, is the guy that cleaned it up.
Yeah. Again, it's just a 3-man rush. But the guy that I want you to keep is just the guy up top. We talked about him earlier, Felix Anyudike Uzama. that clock in the mind, in the head of Brady Cook. He's got to get rid of the football, especially with number 91 bearing down along with Robert Ince.
Just 4 for 7, 4 yards passing for Missouri. Pete tries to get to the outside and is dragged down by Echo Boydo. And here comes another third down.
Yeah, you mentioned it, third down. Where's Luther Burden? I don't want to keep harping on it, but this is a guy who's electric with the football. I just want to get into his hands. Last week we saw him in the Wildcat a couple of different times. That's how he got a rushing touchdown last week, and we haven't seen that Wildcat sort of play at all so far in this game.
It's a Missouri offense that rushed for over 300 yards last week against Louisiana Tech. Now they'll go to the air, and it's caught on the deflection. Toski Dove able to haul it in around midfield.
Yeah, Josh Hayes, the free safety, he's putting his hands on his head because he had a sure interception. Outstanding job going outside in. Watch the left side of your screen. You'll see Hayes flash right in front. He's there. That should have been an interception. But yet the concentration by Dove to call that pass in for the first down.
19 yards, that's their biggest play of the day. Pete picks up a couple on the ground. Khalid Duke leading the charge.
That's a big play there for Missouri. They needed something. And I know he got a little lucky there. That ball's tipped, could have been intercepted. But now they have to make something happen here. They've crossed the 50-yard line. They have to get points.
For just the second time today, by the way.
I was wondering if it was the first time because it hadn't been on that side much at all.
Dove is the motion man. Cook. And there is a catch for Burden. And his first opportunity, but it's cut short quickly by Omar Daniels.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the game plan for Kansas State. Again, they're going to drop 8 and force Brady Cook to drop the ball off and then come up and tackle. So you let him catch it, but then you got to tattoo him when you get there. A nice hard tackle of Burden when he caught the football.
2 for 7 on third downs today for Mizzou.
No Anyudike on this play for Kansas State.
Cook out of the empty set, incomplete. Looked like Dove had hands on it, and it's fourth down.
Now we call those alligator arms a little bit, right? When you feel the defense bearing down on you. I think Dove that time was more worried about the hit possibly from the safety than looking that football in. That's a drop. So as much as we talked about Brady Cook and his decision-making throwing the football, receivers have to help the quarterback out.
All right, Phillip Brooks, who has a 76-yard punt return, is back inside his own 10. Let's see if Sean Ketting even gives him a chance. Fourth straight time they've had to punt the football away, and Brooks with the fair catch at the 11. Hey, you can kick off your Week 1 NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern with the Countdown crew on ESPN. Michelle Beisner-Buck will sit down with Dak Prescott ahead of the Cowboys and the Buccaneers this weekend. Plus an all-access look at Davante Adams as he gets ready for his Raiders debut against the Chargers. All the early breaking stories, injury updates, and much, much more right up to kickoff tomorrow morning, the opening Sunday of the NFL season.
Well, I know Coach Chris Kleiman, he's got a couple of guys he'll have his eye on on Sunday. His former protege while he was at North Dakota State, he recruited Trey Lance, who takes over as the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, making his debut as the full-time starter in San Francisco as they take on the Bears.
It's going to be a fascinating watch because Trey hasn't played much the last couple of years.
No, not at all.
Now getting his chance with the Niners. Adrian Martinez ran right into Jaden Jernigan there. As they will, are they going to run a 2-minute drill here or just be happy at 20-3 as you check out Trey Lance?
Yeah, recruited to North Dakota State by Chris Kleiman. An outstanding career there. We know that Kleiman took the job at Kansas State, but I call Coach quarterback whisperer. He was around Carson Wentz, now Trey Lance, and maybe that's the reason why Adrian Martinez came to Kansas State to get some of that quarterback whisperer magic from Coach Kleiman.
They will run it with Deuce Vaughn. does not appear to be any great sense of urgency, so that will allow Missouri to call a timeout and possibly get the ball back here.
Yeah, Missouri's just trying to get points. They need some sort of momentum going in at the, should I call it the second halftime or the first halftime, whatever we want to call it.
Second charge time.
But they need to get some points.
Missouri, 30-second timeout.
Hey, how about the 53rd season of Monday Night Football kicking off with Russell Wilson's return to Seattle as the new quarterback of the Denver Broncos. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman will make their Monday Night Football debut with Lisa Salters. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC, ESPN, Deportes, and Plus. Also, don't forget Peyton Eli are back. The Manning brothers on ESPN2.
Russell Wilson returning to Seattle. I wonder how he will be met by the 12s. The 12s, you know, the fan base of the Seattle Seahawks.
Boo Birds, maybe, huh?
Yeah, what do you think? You think Boo Birds? Do they applaud? I mean, there'll probably be a video tribute, right?
Could be, yeah.
But do they boo? Do they cheer? I know I'll be watching on Monday night.
It might be an initial cheer and then boos after that.
Right.
Is that?
I get you. Yeah. But Russell Wilson in orange. I got to get used to it, Beth.
Yeah. Got him a Super Bowl up there, of course, and now joining the Broncos in that quarterback-crazed AFC West this year. They will be fun ones to watch. 3rd down and 8. Martinez, and he'll be a couple yards short. Trajan